Alright folks, I got a pretty decent little vehicle here for you. Fortunately I'm doing this in the bright sunshine, which is kind of rare lately, but it's the only chance I have to do it. This is a 2001 Chevrolet Blazer. It's got four-wheel drive, which works perfectly. It actually runs and drives really nice. There are a couple of annoying little things, issues with it, nothing major. I will go through everything I know about the vehicle. Most of it all has to actually do with this door, to be honest with you. So let's go through it and let me explain to you a little bit more about what we're going to do here. Okay, let me start her up for you. She starts right up. In my opinion, this thing just really runs good, but I'm going to let you guys be the judge of that. Now, a couple things you can notice. It's got 171,420 miles on it. Figuring it's a 15-year-old vehicle, that's actually not that bad. And as you can see, there are none of those annoying check engine or warning lights on. In fact, the only light is the flashy thing that tells you your seatbelt's not connected, because it's not. And the gate ajar, because the gate's not ajar, it's open. So anyway, that's an old joke, you know. Gate ajar, it's not ajar, it's a door, whatever. Let's see what we got. We got a radio here.
Avenel 30.
And as you can see, that does work. It's missing one of the knobs, but again, it's not stopping me from tuning it in pretty easily. There you go. CD player, no CD in it, so I can't say whether that works or not. The climate control works fine, the heat works fine, which is about the only thing I can test. It's kind of cold out today, so I couldn't even check the air conditioner if I wanted to. Let's see. Oh, this thing has like some kind of aftermarket alarm, and I believe it's got a sticker under the hood that says it's got a remote starter in it. But I don't have any of the remotes. So as you can see, all I got is just the one case. So you're gonna have to get a remote for it if you want to activate all that stuff. Now, power windows. Right side, that works, no problem. Left side, the switch is all busted up. I don't even know if it's connected, so I can't even comment on whether this window works. And I'll show you what's wrong with the door. Besides, you know, the door panel's loose and it's broken up. This vehicle might, I mean, the door itself is not damaged, but I'll show you about the hinges and everything, which actually is a very typical thing on these things. Let's see, horn. Nope, horn doesn't work. Let's check the wipers. I know they work because I've driven this thing in the snow actually before, because it runs so darn good. Oh, and just so you guys know, this is a two-door. This is not a four-door Blazer, so that really is helpful for some people. All right. Let me show you what I mean about what's going on. See, what happens is, see these hinges here? Over time, they start to get loose. And let me show you. I don't know whether you can just fix the pins in them. Now, I don't know if I can do this on the video real well, but I'm going to try. If you look down at the bottom of the door, you can see the door lifts up about a ½ an inch. So, in other words, in order to close this door properly, you actually have to lift it up like that. All right, and as you can see, it does secure, but it's a pain in the butt, especially if you're on the inside. All right, going around the outside, it's got the really nice Chevy wheels, as you can see. Let's check I got your little handy dandy gizmo here. Check the tire tread depth. These tires actually look like they're pretty decent. And it looks like 9/32. So basically it's 5/32 light, meaning I think the average light truck tire is about 14/32 when they're brand new. All right, so 9/32 isn't bad. A lot of tread left on that. This one, that's got about 10/32, so the left rear is a little bit better. Coming around to this side. And what do we got here? And that's about 9/32. And the right front, that's about, yeah, 9/32. So yeah, so I would say they're all between 9 and 10/32 on tread. Nice Goodyear Wrangler tires, white outline letters. All right, left front fender, or I'm sorry, right front fender looks pretty nice. This actually was one of the most popular colors in 2001. This is called Pewter Metallic. It's a really pretty color. Interestingly enough on this vehicle, which I find interesting, is that it's not all rotted out, it's not dented up, as you can see. All right, it's in pretty nice shape. We'll do your roof here. It's got the roof rack with the crossbars. It's got the deep tinted glass and the two rear windows, right rear quarter panel, very nice shape, as you can see. It's got a little bump right here, some of the paint flaked off. All right, coming to the back hatch. Now it's got the split hatch, as you can see. All right, it's got the hatch for, you know, just opening the hatch if you want to throw some things in, or you can open the whole tailgate up. Here, let me step back a little bit. And there, sorry about the sun again. As you can see, the pistons are a little weak on this, on the hatch part. Let's see, your spare tires right there, as you can see. There's your tools. It kind of supposed to go right there. Don't know what's missing, what's not. You know, I sell them the way I get them, folks, other than, you know, cleaning them and fixing anything major mechanically wrong with them. And even sometimes I don't even do that. This is split fold down rear seats. So you can actually fold these seats down and give yourself quite a bit of storage if you wanted to. All right, now let me close this up. All right, we'll close this down. And as you can see, it's got the rear wiper, rear defogger, deep tinted glass on the back. Chevy Blazer, and you can even see it's got the weight distributing class 3 hitch on there. Looks like it's got the electrical stuff for it too. Now under here, I do hear a little bit of a rumble, so it sounds like that might need a muffler. I mean, it's not really bad. When you drive the thing, you can hardly even tell, but I like to tell everything I can about the vehicle. All right, left side, left rear quarter panel, a little bit of a scratch right here. Again, for a 15-year-old car, and being that it's a Chevy, it's surprising that there's no rust on this thing, and there's no dent. I mean, it's actually a really pretty looking truck. All right, we'll do the roof on this side. Work our way around. Windshield appears to be all in one piece, pretty good shape. Even has a good New Jersey inspection sticker until next month. All right, left front quarter panels, or left front fender, excuse me. But nice, clean, no scratches, nothing. Coming around to the front. Front looks pretty clean. It's not all busted up or anything. Even going down low, you can see a little bit of a crack right here. All right, let's take a little look-see underneath. Let you guys take a look there. Now, of course, the heart and soul of any vehicle is the engine and the transmission. And I gotta tell you guys, I've been doing this business for a really long time. And in my humble opinion, this 4.3 liter Vortec engine, one of the best GM has ever made, next to the 350. These things are almost bulletproof. You know, I hate using that term, but it's the truth. Oh, hey, this is what I was telling you guys about. It says this vehicle is equipped with a remote start system. So you might want to figure that out, because that's pretty cool if you have remote start. But here, let me rev this baby up for you. You can hear how nice this thing is. Now, you don't even need to be a mechanic to know that sounds good. No valve train noise. There's no high rev knock in this thing. Like I said, I don't know the history, the maintenance history, but somebody took care of this vehicle. Otherwise, it wouldn't be running anywhere near as good as that. Because as great as these vehicles are, yeah, you do need to maintain them. Here you go. You can see a couple minor scratches on the hood, but nothing really bad at all. But stepping back here, let you guys take a nice little look at it. It's a nice looking truck. I mean, this would be something I would have no problem putting my kid in. But the best thing is going to be when we take it for a ride, which is what I'm going to do now, and you guys can see how good she runs. All right, folks, we're going to take it for a ride, but one thing I always like to do is I like to start these vehicles when they're ice cold, like you saw me do before, and I like to start them again after they've had a chance to warm up. Especially with older, high-mileage vehicles, you want to make sure the car starts properly in both conditions. All right, so I'm going to do that for you right now. As you can see, all the lights do work. Okay, start her up, and as you'll see in a second, all the lights will go out. Unless it's got low fuel, that one might stay on because it's pretty low. But other than that, there's no, like I said, no check engine lights, no warning lights, etc. This is a 4-speed automatic overdrive transmission. Like I said, coupled with the 4.3 liter V6, it's certainly not a economy car by any stretch of the imagination. But, you know, for a 4-wheel drive SUV, it's not too bad as far as on the economy. You can see it gets right up to speed. It's actually pretty quiet too. It's actually a neat car to drive. It's a little bumpy because it's got the shorter wheelbase because it's only 2-door, but as you can see, right up 50 miles an hour, no problems. I'll tell you, even with these aggressive tires, it doesn't have much road noise. That's good. I like that. You know, hands off the steering wheel. You can see we're just heading down the road nice and straight. So obviously there's no apparent front end issues with the car. Oh, what do we got going slow in front of us here? That's the local lawnmower dude picking up lawnmowers. All right, I'm gonna turn around right here. One thing that's good about the short wheelbase is it's got a fantastic turning ratio. Meaning not like a lot of four-wheel drive vehicles, you know, the things take you forever. You gotta do 17K turns to turn around. You can see, just boom, one, good to go. All right, we're gonna head back. I just want to let you, I want to be quiet so you can see it shift through all the gears up to 55. All right, one thing I'm going to do for you guys is there's a vacant lot across the street from my place. I'm going to pull in there, take my hands off the steering wheel and just jam on the brakes and see what happens. I'll try to describe to you the braking action. It's kind of difficult since you're not in the vehicle with me, you know, to be able to tell, but at least it can give you some indication of how it is. And I'm going to do that, and then we'll go back to the lot and I'll perform the four-wheel drive check for you as well to show you that that works. All right, so we're going to pull in here. Try not to hit this guy waiting for the bus. I'll pull over here, let go of the steering wheel, and awesome. I don't know if you guys heard that or saw that, but what's really good is I could hear the ABS pump activating, and you see the wheel did a little bit of a jiggle dance thing like that. It's supposed to do that. That's actually a really good sign, because what that says is that it's got anti-lock brakes and they work. So this thing is like actually a pretty safe car. Dual airbags, anti-lock brakes, four-wheel drive. I mean, it's got it going on as far as that's concerned. Okay, next thing I'm going to do. This is kind of difficult to tell on a video, but right now I am parked on about, I would say about a 20 to 25 degree incline. All right, now, interestingly enough, this can either be two-wheel drive, four high or four low. It's not an all-wheel drive setup, so you actually have to manage this. But what I'm gonna do first, and I'm gonna be quiet when I do this, I got it in drive, I'm gonna step on the gas, and what you should hear, if you listen carefully, is gravel just kicking up under the wheels, and we probably won't go anywhere, or at least not quickly. So here we go. So you probably could hear that, and you could see we had trouble getting going. So now I'll back up again. All right, and what I'm gonna do is if you look over here, I'm gonna push four high. All right, that means it's in four-wheel drive now. And we're gonna do the same test from the same spot, and you'll see it'll kick a little bit until it grabs, but then you'll see we'll rock it away. Here we go. Ooh, actually, it didn't even kick any gravel. That's cool. So as you can see, four-wheel drive working as it should. And the next thing I'll do is I'm gonna put it in four low, which is something you're probably never, ever, ever need to use. In fact, if you need to use four low, you shouldn't be out on the road anyway. All right, the way to do that is you put the vehicle in neutral, it's already in four high, and you push this. Now listen, you may not have heard that, but there's always a little clunk underneath that tells you that the transfer case is now in four low. And what's interesting, it's about 100 feet from here to the top of my property, maybe a little more, but it'll go through all four gears by the time we get there. All right, and here we go. Thing leaps like a jackrabbit. We're already in third and now fourth. Okay, so that was at about 15, 20 miles an hour. The vehicle was in fourth gear. It's supposed to be like that. It's a very low range to get you out of severe trouble kind of thing. Now take it out, put it into four high. I heard it clunk again. Now you want it in two-wheel drive, okay? It's very important that you don't drive around with any kind of vehicle, whether you buy this one or not. But if you buy a four-wheel drive vehicle, one thing you never, ever, ever want to do is drive around in four-wheel drive when there's no snow on the ground. All right, it just puts too much stress on the drivetrain. It's not good for the tires. So unless it's raining out or snowing out or it's really crappy out, leave it in two-wheel drive. You want to anyway. It's better for your fuel economy. All right, so that's something I would definitely recommend. Okay, let me do a little recap for you guys. This is a 2001 Chevy two-door Blazer, four-wheel drive. Like I said, you know, it's got minor little things, you know, like the knob missing, you know, stupid things like that. But the most annoying thing is this door thing. That's something you're gonna wanna get taken care of right away because it's a pain in the butt to close. It's a pain in the butt. It's just a pain in the butt. So you wanna get this issue taken either by putting new pins in it, which is what I think it actually needs. Actually, you can look down here and you can see, let me zoom in here. That's your culprit right there. Let me back out so it gets in focus. Come on, get in focus, you stupid thing. Yeah, that's your culprit right there. All right, is that pin is the problem. So maybe, you know, if you buy it, bring a couple pins with you so you can get the door so it's easier to close. But once again, the whole thing needs to be worked on. Just saying. All right, let me take one last walk around outside so you can get a view of the whole thing. Nice and shiny, nice and clean. Not a bad vehicle at all. It's the LS, as you just saw. Again, not a perfect vehicle, but frankly, it's going to be such a nice, inexpensive little SUV that you're not going to care about any of the little things that are wrong with it. Main thing is it runs and drives fantastic. That's one thing I always try to provide for people is a really, really good value. All right, folks, so if you need a nice little two-door SUV for yourself, here you go. Thanks.